Alright guys, let's talk about lesson 2, which talks about subatomic particles. So there are 3 subatomic particles that are found in the atom. The first one's called the proton. The symbol that we use to describe the proton is this P with a superscript of a plus sign. It has a charge of +1, and it has an 1 AMU. An AMU stands for atomic mass unit. That's the mass of the proton, is 1 AMU. And the proton is also located in the nucleus. The neutron is the other subatomic particle that is located in the nucleus. It has an N with a superscript of 0. The charge is 0. It doesn't have a charge. It is a neutral particle. And the mass is also 1 AMU. So the mass of the proton and the mass of the neutron are the exact same. The electron is the third subatomic particle. It is located outside the nucleus. It's located in those orbitals that we talked about that Bohr found outside the nucleus. Its symbol is an E with a minus charge. It has a charge of -1, and the mass is 1 over 1,836 AMU. The AMU mass for the electron is extremely small. Okay, so protons and neutrons have a mass that is equivalent to 1, and the electron has a mass that is 1 over 1,800 thousandths smaller than that. This is where the subatomic particles are found. We have the protons and neutrons found in the nucleus of the atom, so they're found in the center of the atom, okay? And then the electrons are found outside the atom. So, since protons and neutrons are found inside the nucleus, nucleons are equal to protons plus neutrons. The center of the nucleus is positively charged, and around the outside we have these negative charges. That's exactly what Rutherford said. Now let's talk about atomic number. Now, the atomic number is equal to the number of protons. So let's look at this example. We're talking about carbon. Okay. Carbon has an atomic number of 6. So that means that carbon has 6 protons. And every element has its own atomic number. And the atomic number is how the periodic table is arranged. So that 6 means that carbon has 6 protons. Now the mass number. The mass number is equal to the sum of the protons and the neutrons, and it's a whole number. It can be written as the element, so in this case we're talking about carbon, -12. The 12 is the sum of the protons and the neutrons. So for example, carbon has a mass number of 12. What we did is we took the atomic mass off the periodic table and rounded it to a whole number. Now, that should make sense. 12.011 rounded to a whole number is 12. Now, to find the number of protons for any atom, what we're going to do is we're going to take our atomic number off the periodic table. So, for example, lithium has 3 protons. Then what we're going to do is we're going to use that to find the number of electrons. The number of electrons are equal to the number of protons in a neutral atom. So for example, if lithium has 3 protons, it also will have 3 electrons because it is neutral. Now let's find the number of neutrons. Protons plus the neutrons equals the mass. So the number of neutrons is going to be equal to the mass number, remember that was the atomic mass rounded to a whole number, minus the number of protons. So for lithium, it has 4 neutrons. Our atomic mass is 6.941, and our atomic number is 3. So what we're going to do is we're going to round our atomic mass 6.941 to 7, subtract the 3 protons, and we are going to get 4 neutrons. To find the nuclear charge for the atom, the nuclear charge is equal to the number of protons. Now that should make sense because the only part of the atom in the nucleus, the only subatomic particle in the nucleus that is charged is protons. Neutrons have no charge. The protons are what's charged. And so for lithium, since there are 3 protons in the nucleus, it has a charge of +3. Remember, protons have a +3 charge. Now let's practice. Fill in the table below. Carbon, what's the atomic number? You're going to need to use your periodic table in your reference packet to figure this out. Okay? The atomic number, and then also complete this table. We're going to look at this tomorrow in class to make sure that you understand how to get the atomic number, the mass number, number of protons, neutrons, and electrons for the following 4 atoms. See you tomorrow in class.